ashes in the wind, Lady Marlene did not come out of her chamber that morning. The warmth of the sunrise could not reach her heart, which had gone cold after hearing Sir Prince's report the night before. The man she had once loved, a man who had once been noble, passionate, and loyal, had become something unrecognizable. Jovan, once her companion and protector, was now consumed by hatred and obsessed with revenge. He had ignited war after war, and now held the last known reserves of Greek fire, threatening to use them aboard a terrifying new airship, a weapon crafted by Elric, then twisted into something darker by his former apprentice, Luma. The silence in Marlene's room stretched deep into the morning. A soft knock interrupted the stillness. "My lady?" came Carly's gentle voice from the other side of the door. "Your breakfast is here. It's getting cold." Inside, Lady Marlene sat motionless by the window. She didn't respond for a long moment. Then, in a voice barely above a whisper, she murmured, "Just leave it there." Carly hesitated, worry clouding her face. But she obeyed. She gently placed the tray down by the door and walked away, her footsteps soft, as if afraid to disturb the sadness inside. As the sun drifted west and shadows lengthened across the castle courtyard, music began to stir the air. A young bard sat on the edge of a stone fountain, strumming a lute. His cloak billowed slightly in the late afternoon breeze, and his voice carried softly through the open air. His song was gentle, soothing, but tinged with a haunting sorrow. People gathered, drawn by the melody. Coins clinked into his open satchel. Children listened in silence. Even the birds seemed to pause. Lady Marlene, now cloaked in a soft shawl, wandered toward the sound. She stood for a moment, watching and listening. The young man's eyes were closed as he sang, every word weighted with grief. When the song ended, she approached. "Your song," she said quietly, "was soothing but so very sad." The bard looked up, startled for a moment. "Thank you, milady," he replied, bowing slightly. "It is for someone I lost. My love. She has been gone for 2 weeks." "I am sorry," Marlene said, her voice soft. "May I ask what happened to her?" "I do not know," the bard answered. "Her name is Luma. She is brilliant, tough, a little tomboyish maybe. But beautiful, too. She always carried so much burden on her shoulders. I used to play music for her just to help her breathe." His eyes wandered to the horizon. "I do not think she is dead. I think she is lost." Marlene looked at him long and hard. "If she is alive," she said at last, "we will find her. Come with me." Together they walked into the grand hall of the castle. At the far end sat King Francis, quiet in thought, surrounded by the muted colors of stained glass and dusk. Marlene approached him solemnly, bar at her side. She knelt. "Your Majesty, we need your help." And then she told him of Luma's disappearance, of Sir Prince's report, and most of all, of Jovan. The king listened in stunned silence. The flicker of candlelight danced across his face, but his eyes darkened with each passing word. "He has changed," King Francis finally said, voice heavy with grief. "Jovan has fallen into obsession. War—" He rose slightly, the weight of his robe dragging with age and memory. "We cannot act," he said. "Not yet. He has vanished since the feast. We must wait for the right moment." He looked at Bar. "But I promise you this, Bard, we will find your girl. Wherever she is." Bar bowed deeply, his eyes damp with gratitude. Then the king turned to Marlene, his voice quieter. "Please observe your husband, Marlene," he said. "Let us pretend we know nothing, Dash, for now. Am I clear?" Lady Marlene closed her eyes and bowed her head. "Yes, your Majesty," she answered, sorrow tightening her voice. The king stepped forward, placing a hand gently on her shoulder. "I am sorry," he said, "for what has happened." And in the silence that followed, only the wind through the stained glass could be heard, whispering like a song unfinished.